Hello, this is your Athens, Georgia Townie Weather Girl. I'm here tonight to talk with you about the weather. Not a huge risk. I'm actually just a little bit bored tonight, so I'm just like, why not jump on the stream? We're looking at a front coming into our area in the next hour and a half or so, and the National Weather Service has upgraded our risk from earlier today. It was like marginal and then slight, and now it's enhanced. And this band of storms is coming in from a different direction from where we're used to seeing. It's coming in from our northeast, and you can see now that most of these storms are hanging out over north of Columbia, Lawrence, over and up and a little bit up and towards Anderson and far northwest South Carolina, Walhalla area. Looks like it's popping off right now. Was looking at the HRRR throughout the day today, and it looked like the bulk of the storms are going to pass through to the south of us a decent amount. But this little cell here in Walhalla gives me belief that we might actually see something. Maybe. We'll see. So we'll just go ahead and let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more, since we need to look at the whole state right now. And we'll set this back maybe to about 21 frames, and we'll take a look and see how this whole system has developed. So it does appear that the storm it's burning up a lot of energy over in South Carolina. Had some pretty strong systems over there a bit ago, but now it seems like it's weakening a little bit and get a little more rain out behind it. Which kind of now makes me think that this system up around Walhalla and maybe the cell over by Starr and Hartwell and Anderson, south of Anderson, South Carolina, those cells might be something to look at. I'm really worried about. I wish I'd opened my annotator. I'm not so. Maybe I have an annotator in Radar Omega. Can I draw on this? Yes, I can. Awesome. Okay. Does it show up on screen? It does. Okay, so let's trash that. So this big area right here of storms, I believe this is going to continue kind of pushing off to basically the south and southeast. Probably going to affect more of Augusta area and Union Point and Greensboro and those areas down there. I don't think that's really going to be an issue. So I believe if we're going to see anything, it's going to be these systems right here that will push down into the Athens, Georgia area sometime. I don't know if we can get some speed on these storms. They look like they're not moving that terribly fast, but let's just take a look and see. That was a alert for a tornado, but not in our area. There's a zero chance of tornadoes happening, and I'm not sure exactly where these things are. Don't really care. There's not any tornadoes on these storms at all. There's no shear. There's no relative velocity in the atmosphere. There will not be tornadoes tonight. That much I can promise you. Okay, so this thunderstorm warning up here in northwest South Carolina, the very corner of the state. Looks like we have wind of 60 mile an hour. Excuse me, and a quarter-size hail. And the system is moving 20 miles an hour, so it's going to take some time for it to get down here to our neck of the woods. But let's just kind of take a look and see what that would be like. We kind of extrapolate out, and we put 20 miles an hour. I don't know that I'm going to wait this one. We'll see. Let's see. At the rate these things, it's going to be a couple hours before these things get down to us. We see storms in Walhalla. Now, there's a little cell that's starting to pop off right around Anderson and Starr, so we'll see what that does. I'm like hella bored right now. There's not actually a really bad severe weather threat. I'm just literally like just kind of killing time right now. Also, I picked blueberries from my blueberry bushes today, and they're very good. I recommend blueberries in your yard if you've got the space to do it. I've eaten most of mine. There's like a few left here, so I would offer them, but I can't really see blueberries on the internet, so I'm sorry. All right, we have a tornado, but this is in Minnesota. All right, so we're not really Concerned with that. That's quite a ways away. So blueberries are really key. I found a trend with these blueberries is that the big ones are taste a lot sweeter, and the smaller ones kind of they're taste like blueberries, but they're not quite as sweet. Okay. Oh, that was a good one. I would rate that blueberry. All right, this blueberry state, I would give it a solid 8.5. A solid 8.5 blueberry. This is decent. It's like it's not huge, but we'll see. That has some depth to it. Some like really, add the sweetness had some depth to it. It's almost kind of, you know how honey has a nice kind of rich sweet taste to it. That blueberry just had that kind of quality to it. I would rate that blueberry a good solid 9, maybe a 9.5. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm really bored. I'm not sure I'm going to stay on the stream the whole time, but until time I get bored doing this, and then we'll go down. So these systems that were in, that were really popping off a while ago, up around Union and Chester, like just mid-state, South Carolina, north of Columbia, they were like pretty active. Gosh, about an hour or so ago, they were really popping off. But you can see here on the radar that they have kind of calmed down a little bit, and the lighting is decreased a bit. But the area that I'm looking at right now, that could be a factor for us, depending if it stays together. It's going to be this line of storms right here, this little cell storm right here in Valhalla. If it continues to grow in intensity, if it doesn't fall apart, we could see that come down our area. I'm also curious to see if this little cell here, which is around Hartwell, if that's right here, if it starts popping off the same way this Valhalla system did, which Valhalla started out kind of small, I guess, but we'll see we'll see what happens. There's really nothing to look at on the velocities. There's no tornado threat at all with any stuff. So I'm going to look at it anyways because it's fun to. But there's zero chance of any tornado for us or anywhere over here, honestly. I'm not seeing anything that suggests any kind of rotation. Like, it's not going to happen. So base velocity, there's kind of not a whole lot going on. So some of these areas where there are some little splotches of brighter red right here. So it's possible if we have one of these little systems that pops up, we could see some strong winds from it. Go back to the reflectivity for right now. You know what? We'll take a look at the echo tops. That'll be fun. All right. So yeah, this is our Walhalla, Salem, South Carolina storm right here. So we have echo tops that are in the area of around 51,000 feet. So not super duper strong, but it's respectable. It's a nice strong thunderstorm for sure. And we'll take a look at the vertically integrated liquid, and we can see here that these storms right here. Looks like there's a lot of stuff being put up in the air. So there's a good chance that these storms right here, on the Walhalla and Salem storm right here, this could be producing some hail. It's very likely that that's happening right there, as well as these systems over in South Carolina and Chapin and Newberry and so on. You could also see some hail over there as well. There's a little cell over here by Cleveland and Helen, Georgia. So, if you're doubting anybody up there is looking at this stream, but if you are, you might actually have some. You may actually have some hail happening in your area. I'm going to change the radar site on I don't want that. I see what's going on. Okay. I'm going to change the radar site to station here, GSP in Greenville, South Carolina. See if we can get anything interesting here. Not a whole lot different here. We just, again, these cells right here, the ones I'm kind of thinking that if they stick together and they hold on long enough, these might be the ones that impact us. But these things are moving somewhat slow at 20 miles an hour, so these are way up in northwest South Carolina, so Clemson. So you got to figure it's 20 miles an hour. Just imagine you're driving or riding your bicycle, that's how fast you go. So it's going to take a while for that stuff to get down here. That's not to say that we don't have systems pop up out in front of that. It's very possible we have something pops off in front of it. Let's look at the GSP reflectivity and see there's not a whole lot to look at there. I'm going to go back to the tree. Okay, so this little cell over by Star and Hartwell looks like it's almost going more south than it is southeast. So if you're in Elberton area or Carlton area, maybe there's a chance you might see something happen from this, like some rain. But it doesn't look like there's any kind of lightning happening with that system right now. Another update on RadarScope just happened. Some really strong convection happening right now over in South Carolina, just not too far from Columbia. Newberry, South Carolina. So we'll try another blueberry. It's just that blueberry was very bitter. It was dark blue. I'm gonna rate that blueberry a solid 4 out of 10. So 3 tornado warnings right now. Nothing in our area, mind you. This is all like way up north, but I'm just for right now because I'm bored. I'm gonna take a quick look at it and see what this tornado looks like. Okay, so let's see if we see any okay, go. See anything pronounced? Don't see anything super pronounced here, but let's take a look at the relative velocity on this thing and see what that looks like. So this would be where the tornado is right here. As you can see the couplet right here, just a bit to the left of New Albin. And I'm not sure if this is in Minnesota or Iowa. I don't really know. Never been up that way to study that area too much. But yeah, that's where your little tornado couplet is right there. But I don't see really, there's not really a hook echo on radar. But there's a couplet. Is this radar? It's probably radar indicated. It's probably radar indicated. Oh, it's observed. This is actually observed tornado. Okay, so dang. Okay, it's observed tornado. That's why that's there. A lot of tornado warnings happening right now. I'm not sure where these other two are. They don't list an area, so it makes me think that might be in Canada. Yeah, it's definitely Canada. Just for shits and giggles, look at the. Oh, I don't have relative velocities, but there. Oh gosh, that's a very strong couplet right there. That's a very strong tornado. So if you've been watching this stream from Canada, from the Lashbourne and Maidstone area of Canada, get to your safe places. You got a really strong tornado on the ground right now, and it's gonna wreck shit. So I want this. Is this observer? Is this This is radar indicated. So radar indicated, but it looks like a very strong system. Let's look at the CC drop and see if there's anything being put up in the air. Kind of hard to tell from that. Doesn't look like there's much of a CC drop on it. So a lot of rotation. Obviously, this is in Canada. It's even further away from us. So let's go down to Decatur, Georgia. Okay, Decatur, Georgia. That's North Georgia. Let's go back to our neck of the woods, and Decatur, Georgia. This is in South Georgia. Okay. And we don't really want to. I don't really care about the collision coefficient right there. So this is in South Georgia. I don't care about South Georgia. Let me go back up to our area. Let's take a look here. I think this is going to get us back where we want to be. In theory. Okay, this is South Georgia. Okay, I don't care about South Georgia. I mean, I do care about South Georgia, but that's not not why I'm on stream tonight. Okay, looks like a new special weather statement has been issued for this cell up here in Walhalla and Seneca. Gusts of wind, 50 miles an hour, penny-sized hail. So the storm is moving at a walking 10 miles an hour. So I was low-key expecting maybe that we might have something happen sooner than like 11 or 12 or 1 o'clock tonight, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Another blueberry. Blueberry was not bad, not did anything really bad. Doesn't have really cool sweet characteristics. Rate that blueberry a solid 5.5. I'm eating my my homegrown blueberries I picked yesterday. I'm on stream tonight not because there's anything critical, nothing. I mean, there's a chance we'll have some severe weather, but definitely not looking at anything in the way of like tornadoes or anything of that nature. We might have some strong wind gusts associated with the storm if we manage to get one. There could potentially be some small hail. Clearly, we're seeing some hail on some of these systems up here, like penny size or quarter size hail potentially on some of these cells up here in far northwest South Carolina. But Right now, there's nothing happening in our area, and nowhere any super close. Um, these storms were developing pretty quick. About an hour ago, which is kind of why it's like down the stream, because it was like they were looking pretty spicy, and they were looking like they were expanding rapidly. And here, as I've gotten on the stream, it's kind of calmed down a little bit. There's still some storms over in South Carolina, over between Columbia and Anderson, South Carolina. I guess is like Crossville, Newberry area. There looks like a really strong cell right there. These cells have calmed down for a bit. Earlier there's a lot of lightning on them, but now there's it's kind of calmed down. Still some strong rain happening with one of these cells, but not a whole lot going on. So we have a couple cells up here in Helen and Cleveland, Georgia, and Dahlonega, which are pretty strong too. We'll take a look at the special weather statement on it, see what they say about that cell. Same deal. Any size hail, 40-50 mile an hour wind, frequent cloud ground lightning. Okay, so kind of run of the mill, strong summer thunderstorm. Nothing too much to worry about. We could definitely use some rain. I'm gonna rate that blueberry. It has a very blueberry taste. It does taste like a blueberry, but it wasn't like strikingly like the blueberry I had like a few minutes ago. That one that had that really deep sweet taste. That was one of the best blueberries I think I've ever eaten. One I just had, I rated about a 6.5 or 7. Okay. I promise. Don't think I'm gonna stay on stream for very much longer, honestly, because I was expecting and hoping that maybe these storms will start popping off out in front of all this other stuff, and we'd have something to chat about. But not a whole lot going on right now. So, if you've been watching the stream for the last 30 minutes or whatever, congratulations! I just wasted 30 minutes of your life. I think I'm gonna jump off the stream and go watch some episodes of Gannibal. This Japanese horror movie, or not a horror movie, it's a horror series. It's a J-drama. It's not super duper. Oh, I wouldn't say it's not gory. It's definitely there's definitely some blood in it, but like there's not a lot of like jump scare. Like you think of something called Cannibal. Obviously, it's a play on cannibal. Like you know it's not jump scary at all. There's like some there's some politics involved with this family that lives off in the mountains or whatever, and he has some weird shit going on, and there's a strange creature, but like it's kind of spooky and kind of fun. But I think I'm gonna go up and watch an episode of that. I think that would be more interesting than waiting for these storms to get here. This blueberry I'd give a solid 9. That was a really good one. It was very, very sweet. There wasn't a lot of bitterness to it. It didn't have that really depth of sweetness, but it was a kind of a light sweetness that I appreciate in a blueberry. Okay, all right. I'm going to hop off stream. Congratulations if you watched any of this tonight. I'm literally bored. I'm just wasting time. But I think I'm going to go and watch TV. Oh. All right. Make sure you have your weather apps and stuff installed and phone near you tonight. I don't think it's going to do anything, just in case. We'll see you again another time. All right. Take care. Stay warm. Stay cool. Oh God. Blueberry was a solid 3. Ugh. Okay. All right. See you later. Bye bye.